I hope Lucasfilm is watching this and they're gonna steal your ideas and not give you credit. Yes, the greatest compliment we could get. This very much reminds me of the most violent scene in Star Wars, where Anakin murders a bunch of Tusken Raiders, but it fits our diorama perfectly. We have our beautiful native hut. Can't you just see Anakin's lightsaber cutting through the sidewall while he goes to murder a bunch of children? I can. Star Wars is? What does it mean to people? Does it mean anything? Is it just a movie? Well, you'd be right in a very literal sense, but in a deeper sense, if you peel off the layers of it's just a movie, a lot of things had to come together to make that movie. This project that you're about to see, the unboxing of art that other artists around the world created for, was inspired by how Star Wars inspired me, and the concept that it wasn't just George Lucas, but everyone around him at the right time, with the right idea, with the love and passion for the things that they were doing, that brought together something truly, truly amazing. All of what you're about to see is people who were inspired by something they saw, who've carried it with them, who wanted to contribute. Everything that has been sent here today was sent freely of their own will, at their own expense, and I know the biggest expense that all of you who contributed, and all of you who may be artists watching this, is time. Time is the biggest expense that any of us have. So thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. First up, this is from New Jersey. This is from Diorama Accessories. Confession, I actually already opened this one on a previous thing, but since it was the first one I opened and it was the first thing we received for the Tiny Art Experiment, I wanted to make sure it got featured in this video. So I'll show you guys what it is. Basically, he's got these cast out of plastic here, and these are accessories he made for the diorama so that I could incorporate them. And they are already that beautiful 1/18 scale. We've got like some cabinetry here with some sci-fi tech that he can use, and he's got these cool looking door panels here that I can paint and reuse, and this cool like sort of engine looking detail that I'm not sure how I'm going to use that, but I'll probably use it to feed the hoses somewhere to make it look like some sort of an industrial area. We have another piece coming from another guy, White Wolf Dioramas, that I think this will work really, really well with for some type of alleyway or like science fiction alleyway in the diorama. I don't know, but it's my job to incorporate all this stuff into one big cohesive piece, and there's a lot of incredible stuff here to go through, so stick with me here. This next package comes from Anna Valverde from Spain. This is incredible. We got people from all around the world who sent us stuff for this, and I was blown away when we had our first person contact us from out of the country. We've got packages from Norway, from Spain, from Australia, and from the UK. So I thought we'd go ahead and open this one as our first from far away package here from Anna. Thank you so much, Anna. Go check out Anna on Instagram. Let me see if I can get this open without damaging anything. Oh, I got a card. We got a card. All right, let me read this card from Anna really quick. Greetings from Barcelona. You want to get that really quick? So it says, I hope it arrives safely. This land speeder comes from a country far, far away. Can't wait to see the result. Thanks for the initiative. Greetings from Barcelona. Green Babu is Anna's account. Green_Babu is her account on Instagram. She makes unbelievable pieces of art. And this is going on my shelf right now. Let's see if I can, wow, carefully unpack this. This is, wow, that is painted beautifully. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I can lift this out of here, I guess, is her intention, with dryer sheets. Very well packaged. I like the dryer sheets. Nice and soft. Oh my goodness. Our photographers are gonna love this. Any type of prop or character or a vehicle that they can use and move around freely is gonna be really important for them, because they're gonna be able to set up and create little scenes and do storytelling. We've got a, looks like a, yeah, we've got a movable cannon here on the back. Somebody can jump on the back and shoot at the stormtroopers. Oh man, that is just unbelievable, the color on that too. Absolutely insane. I haven't found a shelf for all this yet, so I'm going to be setting these aside, and I guess I'll figure that out at the end. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's open a big one. This one, this was the first big piece I got. This one comes from Johnny_Simpleton. He's from Norway, and he wanted to participate in this project. Johnny was somebody I was already following on Instagram because I loved his art. He does like sort of junk art and found recyclable materials and puts them together and just makes incredible pieces. And he wanted to make some like accessory set pieces, and what he made is, everybody pretty much agreed, was absolutely unbelievable. I had this idea because of my love for Star Wars and how it inspired me as a kid to be creative and to make art. And I know the more and more I talk to people and I see people talk about why they got into making props or making miniatures or making even art, everyone seems to have some connection to Star Wars if they're of a certain age, because of how much it inspired or influenced what they did and why they did it. And that's really true for myself, and the response I got from all of you is incredible. And just look at this pile of incredible pieces here. I was honestly expecting everybody to make one thing, and some of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, made 7 things. So we have more than enough, and this isn't even everything. We got 4 or 5 other artists still contributing things that are gonna be sent in the next like 30 to 40 days here. So it's just gonna be unbelievable once we have all this, and I'm gonna get pretty overwhelmed trying to figure out how to put this all together into one cohesive piece, but you guys have made the larger part of it, the detail, very easy for me. So I just kind of have to figure out how to link it all together like Legos. First piece from Johnny. Look at that. I mean, this looks like it came right out of Lucasfilm. I mean, that is just unbelievable. This is gonna go great with that land. Actually, let me grab the land speeder really quick. There you go. There's your first miniature set there. 2 pieces down. That is just, I just can't believe that. It's unbelievable. This is the kind of stuff that, I know how much time this takes. You know, the diorama I made for Plastic Action recently to do his photo shoot for the action figures he did some promotional photography for. Took me almost 80 hours over the course of 2 weeks. 80 hours, and it wasn't even the full detail that I could do. It was a rush job. So I can only imagine how much time you guys have put into these. Just look at that. This is the kind of stuff that I dream about making as far as personal projects go. And you guys have made it, and you've sent it to me. So thank you very much for this privilege of getting to be able to work with you on this stuff. This stuff is unbelievable. I mean, I did not expect this type of response from people, and this amazing stuff from people. And that's just the first 2 pieces. Just look at all of this stuff that Johnny made. You know, I basically told everybody, just make 1 or 2 things, and he made all of this. And this is like, no joke. This is like film quality, amazing, like get up close and personal with this stuff. Unbelievable, you know, these pieces that he's made. So I don't even know what to, I'm honestly like, just looking at this, because like I was excited to do this, but now I'm like, ooh man, maybe people did a little bit too much here. But so this is the last piece. There's a little crack there. I can fix that for you, Johnny. I know how to fix that. You can just see some of the creative juices flowing here with this junk art. I can tell you right now, these little pieces, those are fuses, right? Those are fuses that he's painted over. These are drywall anchors. That is a reflector from a flashlight, right? So is that as well, I believe. And you can, when you look really close, he's got all this detail poured in. Those are staples crowning this thing. And just the ability to kind of see what something could be and assemble it in your mind and what it's going to look like when it's all finished and painted like a cohesive color. Just pure genius. I got to watch Johnny put these together on Instagram, and the whole purpose of this was for people to showcase what they do and showcase their art and share some of the process. So if you want to see how Johnny put these together, go check him out on his Instagram, because he shared what he did and the order he did it, how he painted it. It just incredible stuff. I mean, this piece of space junk here, I mean, this definitely looks like something you'd see in the background of the Mandalorian, you know, on the landing platform on Tatooine. This is exactly the vibe that we're going for. And this fits right into the world with this land speeder here, where it's just, you can just see this flying by. It's totally believable. I mean, just incredible stuff. Thank you so much for this contribution. Another one from out of the country. This one comes from Australia, from Miniature Things Club. All right, you know who you are. Let's see if it survived the trip all the way from down under. Oh, we got another note here and a lovely sticker from Miniature Things Club on Instagram. This is Luma and Fairy Yam. That's what she named these characters. The tardigrades. I hope that you guys will like them. It is okay if they don't make it to the photo shoot, so long as someone will care for them. I will care for them for sure. They are made of cosplay, but unfortunately they were very bendable. I'm sorry, I'm very terrible at reading handwriting. So I'll show it to the camera and you guys can read it and make out my terrible ability to read things. All right. So I watched her make these on Instagram as well, and it was just insane to see the amount of detail that she was putting into these. We have a couple of folks who made some incredible creatures and characters for us that I'm just astounded by, and this is one of those that I can't believe you guys put this much effort into it, and I cannot thank you enough for making this what it's gonna be. There we go, Fairy Yam. The tardigrade. If you guys don't know what a tardigrade is, it's a little water bear. It's one of those microscopic organisms, and I think they were featured in some of the new Star Trek episodes. So I don't know if that's where you got some of your inspiration, but that's just incredible. It's going to be a incredible character. I can see her maybe riding in the land speeder over here. There we go. She's already got her wheels. And here's our other character. Oh my goodness. Look at that. She's got a little long rifle, just like all the bounty hunters do. Oh man, look at the painting on the top of the head there. Just unbelievable detail. Just, I can't believe it. It's just the texture on the clothing and the fabric. I mean, if you work on custom action figures, definitely go check out Miniature Things Club, because this is just an incredible amount of detail that she's put into these here. All right, this one comes to us, nope, let's not do that. This one, so, this one comes to us from Star Marvel 76. His name is Eli Vader. He's a big Star Wars fan. He changed his last name to match Star Wars. No, I'm kidding. So this is something he spent a lot of time making. He shared the whole process on Instagram of how he did it. It is a stall. So we had a list of items we wanted to make for the project and things that would make sense in the world of Star Wars. And so he made essentially a vendor stall, or like a blacksmithing stall, a space blacksmith stall. He even put lights in it. So he's telling me he hoped the lights still work when I got it. But we can fix that. So, oh man, and he sent us some awesome stickers. We got a Baby Yoda and a t-shirt pocket. Hello, my name is Troop. That's what he calls himself on his Star Marvel 76 account. There's his logo, his Troop Dog logo. We'll put those there. And a shiny Troop Dog logo. It looks like it might have popped apart. I might have to do a quick repair on him, but I don't know if you guys remember Gizmo Duck from DuckTales. He was the cyborg duck that rode around on a one-wheel. Like a monocycle, and so I think that was his inspiration here. So, oh nope, he made him magnetic. Look at that, he's got two magnets. Look at that, break proof. I can't believe that. They think these are just accessories. that go with the piece. Looks like maybe a pot and some type of tool. Look at that. Oh, we have another character. I forgot. The blacksmith with batteries. That is beautifully painted. Like the glow effect that you did, that's incredible. I don't think I really saw the full effect of that, and so hopefully this video is capturing it nicely. But we have our stall operator here. Get this stall out of here. Got a couple of pieces. And he designed it. I asked him if he could design it so that I could anchor it to the base or the wall of the diorama how I needed to. So he's kind of got it in this collapsible format here. So I can kind of set it up how I need to, which, thank you. Awesome. So we'll get this here, out of here, and check out Star Marvel's Instagram. Just incredible process here. He used some really insane painting techniques and finishing techniques. Look at that. Look at that weathering that he did to the metal there to make it look like this patinaed material. Just insane. Oh, even the underside. See, this is how you know someone loves what they're doing. When they finish the underside, it may not be seen, but you cover yourself in case it gets shot from that angle. That's a true prop maker right there. And then here's this little forging where the heat comes out, is how he was describing it. You know, where the blacksmith can forge away here. So we'll set that there with our shopkeep and our K2SO gizmo duck. And we'll get the canopy. Here we go. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So we've got our fold out canopy here. That is incredible. That's so incredible. And you got it magnetic. So those are even magnetic. Look at that. Look at that. Watch the magnet. Boom. That's ingenious. You guys are crazy. The amount of detail you guys put into these things is just blowing my mind. So we've got our little shopkeep now. So now we can pretend here like we've got a little world. So I've got Fairy I can stab her into the diorama with her cool pokey feet. I've got the land speeder pulling up. Hey guys, I need a repair job. Little gizmo duck drives around. What can I do for you, sir? I'm playing with my toys again, guys. But absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Eli. All right, Eliza and family here. I think we have Eliza and Nick who contributed. That's Eliza and her son. And Eliza sent me a picture of her son surrounded by all of his Star Wars toys, and it immediately reminded of me. I've got a picture of me with my collection somewhere in my closet at my house. Absolute Star Wars nerds here. Cannot believe the detail they've put into these. We've got a couple of incredible detailed pieces. I'll stop talking about them and show them to you. Thank you, thank you. This is by Nick. This is our character, looks like our space traveler, our bounty hunter. There we go. Using one of the Power of the Force Stormtrooper bodies. That's awesome. And he's got his own weapon there. And he's got, looks like a backpack, custom backpack. He's got some kind of space thing. I don't even want to say what that is. Some kind of water canteen. That looks like that popped off somewhere. I'm gonna have to fix that for you, Nick. Sorry about that. And then, looks like he's got a little space slug. Oh, okay, I see. That's like a space slug eye. So he's got a little space slug buddy right here. So he's got to have a buddy hanging out with him while maybe a drinking buddy. Is that what I'm seeing here? He's got his canteen here and his drinking buddy. Of accessories here that looks like, yep, a bunch of cool Star Wars accessories for us to use, for our photographers to make use of. This very much reminds me of the most violent scene in Star Wars, where Anakin murders a bunch of Tusken Raiders, but it fits our diorama perfectly. We have our beautiful native hut. Can't you just see Anakin's lightsaber cutting through the sidewall while he goes to murder a bunch of children? I can. That's incredible. I was talking about this inspired by episode 3, season 2 of Mandalorian. Check that out. It's basically a Mon Calamari trash bucket. I don't know how you want to call it. But we got the tentacles and we got the seashells. It looks like you can see the Quarrens or the Mon Calamari just eating right out of it or throwing their scraps in there. Just incredible creativity. I would have never thought of something like this, and I'm so glad you guys did, because this is unbelievable. Okay, this one I'm looking forward to, just like all the others. This one comes from Lidscapes, who is in New York. It's like we got this one in a box. It's got me, lets me know where the top. We got the up, the top, the bottom. I don't know what I'm doing apparently. Aha! Okay, forgive me. And mill around our city. By the way, we need to come up with a name for the city that we're going to build here. I have no idea what it's going to be named. So if you guys have name suggestions for the city or the diorama or even the planet it's on, it doesn't have to be Tatooine or Navarro or Jakku. It can be our own creation, because everything here is our own creation. So give me some name suggestions in the comments below. Aha, okay. So there we've got our trash sled and like our sort of tractor arm here, I guess, for the sled. Get the rest of the pieces out here. A couple pieces fell off. I'll figure out where those go, I promise. Awesome. Oh my goodness, you did jointed legs. Look at that, we've got ball and socket legs here. That is insane. And there's our face of our droid here, looking all worn and tired out, doing his trash duty, walking around on our planet, keeping it clean for us. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see what he gave us for space trash. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Got some little pieces of brass and copper pipe, and looks like space fireworks almost. I love it. Pieces of ship engines, pieces of scrap, pieces of droids that have been pulled apart. We got a oh, look, we got a piece of a micro USB there. Very creatively used, I love it. All right, so I have to do some repair work, a little bit of repair work here on our trash bot, but that is insane. Hauling around the trash. Oh, and you've got that magnetically attached too. You guys in the magnets, that's just insane. That's so awesome. It's like super advanced. So he can be hauling around the trash. Maybe I'll put a metal plate under one of the foam pieces. I've done that on dioramas before, so maybe I'll get some metal plates and put it under there so his feet will stick to the ground for you, because it looks like that's your intention here. All right. Let's see what we got here. Stuff over here. Oh, here we go. Nice. We got some moisture vaporator pieces here. Just like on Luke's farm. I can hear Aunt Beru calling, Luke! Luke! Oh, this one is from Terry Richard Cooper. I had the wrong person down. This one is from Terry Richard Cooper. There is our Luke's Hut replica that he made for us. And he put his name, he signed the pieces for us, Terry Richard Cooper. If you don't know, go check out Terry Richard Cooper. Terry Richard Cooper was one of the founders of the Save the Lars Homestead project in Tunisia, where they go and they actually preserve the original set pieces from A New Hope, the home where Luke lived. He's part of the group that made sure those things are still there for us crazy fans to go visit someday. Oh my goodness, that is insane. There we go. There's his Terry Richard Cooper's ad there. If you want to check him out, where you can find his information, if you want to get a hold of him. This is unbelievable. I love space junk. I know that's one of the things that made Star Wars so special when it came out, was the concept of a used future. This is something that they talk about in a lot of the documentaries and behind the scenes of Star Wars, where the concept of a used, lived-in future was very new, but it really sells the realism of it, just like this does. This is gonna look insane, like with somebody like a bounty hunter walking by. I'm super looking forward to what the photographers are able to do with all these incredible set pieces, because that's what they are. These are essentially miniature set pieces. Terry Richard Cooper, he lives in Wales in the UK here. So let me read it to you. He says, "Hi Jordan, this is my scrapyard junk pile for the tiny art experiment. Hope it reached you intact. Good to go. Feel free to adjust, repaint, or amend as you see fit. Many thanks, Terry Cooper." I don't think I'm gonna have to do much of any of this aside from reassemble it. The only thing I see having to do is maybe adjust some of the basing colors to make it blend in nicely with the rest of the colors I'm gonna eventually paint down, but all this stuff is so close to what I'm gonna do anyways, I may not have to do anything. Our photographers might be able to pull off all those tricks with their lighting. All right, we got one here from Pennsylvania. This comes from S. Langdon. I apologize, I don't remember your first name at the time of opening this box, but his Instagram account is Concrete Bubble. Box contains custom model pieces, very fragile. Got it. Here's our note here from Concrete Bubble that I cut through. Oops. Hi Jordan, thanks for putting the tiny art experiment together. Enclosed 4 pieces and 1 background figure. A door, junk part stall, metal pieces from crafts and speeders. Comms tower, speeder charging station, small domed piece, likely a moisture collector or provider. Excited to see how this all comes together. Much thanks and appreciation, Steve Langdon. Thank you so much. I was watching you build these on Instagram, and again, like everybody else's pieces, just insane amount of love. So thank you so much. Let's see what you made, everybody. I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup. Oh, this is that door. This door is awesome, by the way. This is gonna be perfect for maybe the industrial area or like some type of vault or something. There you go. Perfect little door. I love it how it's perfectly in scale too. 1/18 scale. Love it. So there's 2 reasons that we went with this 1/18 scale instead of going bigger. I know there's a lot of Black Series Star Wars figures out there that are in the 1/12 scale, but the OG Star Wars figures are all 1/18 scale. And think about it, if we did a 1/12 scale, that's basically 50% larger. Everything would have to be 50% larger to be in scale, which means I'd have to make the diorama to house all this 50% larger. And that's just too big. So keeping it original and keeping it down in scale made a lot more sense. And I think it also made it easier to ship for all of you. If we had gone bigger, it would have been way more expensive, you know? So although we would have had maybe more pre-built options for figures and vehicles to like glue onto and repaint, I think this makes it a little bit more traditional, I guess. I don't know what you might call it. His scrap bin here, absolutely awesome. Fits right in with everything everybody else has done here. Just incredible. I love the use of the recycled parts and pieces. I have drawers of stuff like this sitting over on the side over here, waiting to use for a project like this for someday. But I'm glad that you guys have been just like me and hoarded lots of junk so you could participate and make these incredible pieces. All right, here's our first character. Look at that, fits perfectly with that guy right there. And essentially everything else is going to be set pieces that they can use and as they see fit. So that trash bin that we have and these characters, I'm going to leave it up to the photographers to make those decisions. This looks like a droid that came off of the Sandcrawler to me. It reminds me a little bit of the droids from the Sandcrawler. So I don't know if that's what you're going for, or one of those lights. They have those lights on the farm, I think. So it looks a little bit like one of those. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. There we go. There's our sort of radio tower or moisture evaporator collector. Incredible use of parts and paint. Love it. All the little pieces here and here. The texture piece we have wrapping around this cylindrical piece. Almost looks like, kind of looks like the leftovers from like flash powder. I remember when I used to mess with model rockets and I would burn something with flash powder, it would leave this weird sort of grayish residue that looked almost like it was wet, but it was something about the after effects of the reaction that just occurred. It kind of reminds me of that, which maybe we could call that carbon scoring. Carbon scoring, like they call it in the Star Wars universe. Luke said, you've seen a lot of action, you got a lot of carbon scoring. I think that's what that reminds me of. Our next piece comes from White Wolf Dioramas. This is something super special. So this is a guy after my own heart. When I was a kid, I used to walk in the store and I would look at all the cheap plastic toys and I would sit there, you know, as a 10-year-old thinking about, if I cut that up and I glued this together and I painted that, what else could I make it? This is a perfect example of what you can do with that. And if you go to his Instagram, White Wolf Diorama's Instagram, you can see exactly the type of shots you can achieve with something like this, because he did some amazing shots with his own figures. So hopefully our photographers can find some inspiration on his page for exactly how to frame these pieces here. This is an incredible repurpose of an incredible model. And I think these are a testament to toy designers as well, because the amount of detail that he just essentially painted over here and highlighted, somebody had a model, whether by hand or in a computer environment, in a CG environment, they had to model this. So there's an incredible amount of detail already on these pieces. So it's a testament to toy designers everywhere And I think that's why people like White Wolf and myself, when we were kids, we could see how that these things could be repurposed. You see that there? What does that look like? It's a toy water pistol. He just took one half of it and he repurposed it. He even signed it for me. White Wolf Dioramas. And it's got lights inside of it. Let's see if they work. There they are. Let me turn my lights. Oh, they flicker too. Oh my goodness. There you go. Absolutely incredible job. It's amazing what you can do with found objects. It also shows you the love and care that the people who design these toys put into them. So there's our first piece. Oh, he painted a whole second one for us as a tower. I forgot, that's what he did. So we've got this one as a tower. We can see the smoke coming up here. So that's not gonna balance on my table. My table's a little off level right now. But we've got our tower here. So we can create like a whole industrial district here. Just unbelievable. This is one solid piece that somebody designed, and he took advantage of and exploited all that detail to make it look like this unbelievable sci-fi detail. And it's absolute success in my opinion. So he really took full advantage of that stuff for us. And the awesome sort of middle piece that he made for us is this industrial wall piece with this cool like ventilation stuff on it. Oops, take that apart carefully. Look at that. This one was cobbled together just like a lot of these other pieces out of cool junk parts, just taking advantage of all the design elements that are already there. And I mean, this is the true spirit of Star Wars in my opinion, everything that you guys are doing here, because you know, when the original model makers at ILM got into making the ships, they did a lot of stuff from scratch, but they also took advantage of stuff that already existed, like battleship kits, you know, and toys and things, and cut pieces off, remolded them, cast them, made multiple pieces, glued them on to create repeating patterns on the Death Star, on the Star Destroyers, things like that. And this is exactly where they all started. So you and us, we're doing all this together in the same spirit and creative ideas and using the same concepts that the original Lucasfilm designers and engineers used when they originally made Star Wars. So this was why I did this project, exactly why, because I knew a lot of art. There's a lot of other artists out there like me who appreciate the same thing for the same reason, and this is just a perfect example of that. Ah, here we go. So here is some pieces I missed. Incredible little, oh look at that, these cool like heat sink, just incredible pieces here. Heatsink with some molten pieces, kind of like reminds me of something you'd see on Mustafar, people harvesting the heat from the lava. Just insane stuff. This cool wire detail. This is perfect. This is the type of stuff that I would spend so much time making after I made the original diorama. It would suck up all my time. So I figured it made more sense for each of us to contribute a small part. And this is perfect. This is just absolutely perfect. This one, Devon's Drake. All right, this is well, I don't know if it's Devon's Drake or Devon S. Drake. Sorry, Devon. But this is an incredible piece. Very much looking forward. This is another vehicle. We had our land speeder at the beginning. Another vehicle. We have 2 more vehicles coming, by the way, from other artists. They're just on their way. They were finishing all the little finishing touches, but this is a vehicle that Devon made for us. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it's a custom foam core box. Wow, that's pretty creative with these like sewing needles as like locking pins. I'm gonna have to steal that idea. This side up, okay. There it is. Look at that, folks. Look at that speeder. Just insane. Unbelievable. Again, just evoking that designer spirit of Star Wars. I'm gonna flip it over here. Just I noticed the detail on the underside. Just incredible, you know. You can imagine this sitting in the background and somebody hopping in and taking off in the background, maybe the Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, maybe, I don't know. But just incredible use of found parts and found objects. You know, this looks like I think this was the casing for a speaker or a fan or something, and you flip sideways. That's incredible. You know, I know our photographers are just going to see this stuff and freak out. They're probably not going to know what to do with this stuff because there's so much of it and it's so good. They're going to frame it all. I know I do, but I'll be saving this box. Oop, and it looks like the gun fell off. We have a little gun here, so I'll reattach that for you, Devin. And, oh, there it is. Okay, so that goes up there. All right, so I will fix that for you. I know how to reinforce that too. I'll put a metal wire in there too, so it stays reinforced and nice and good. We'll keep this box too, so if we end up donating this, or you want it back, or you want to give it to somebody, I can keep it nice and fresh for you. 3LESIE on Instagram. Unbelievable package here. You're about to see what I'm talking about. Package number 1. Package number 2. Package numero 3. And number 4. Whole box of characters or droids. Absolutely went to town on this when these were being made. We've got movable legs on this droid. Like a Spider R2 astromech. Another droid. Found parts droid. Absolutely incredible. Just insane. So I love this one. I saw this one when it was being made. That's an attachment for 2 wires to do a positive or negative power connection through to convert it to a DC power supply, but it obviously looks like droid eyes. So it got repurposed, as it should have been, into a face of a droid. And this one, super, super cool. Looks like I might have to do a little popping things back together here. It doesn't look broken. That's good. So we've got, looks like some repurposed droid parts here. There we go. Look at that. More custom characters. Look at that. Look at the soft goods work on that. Absolutely incredible. I can't stop saying incredible. Another one. This looks like a repurposed Cad Bane figure, possibly. Just insane. The coat, the fur, that's just too cool. I hope Lucasfilm is watching this and they're gonna steal your ideas and not give you credit. I guess the greatest compliment we could get, right? If they come over, oh my goodness, look at that speeder. Holy cow. The weathering is awesome. I love the chipping paint. Again, evoking that concept of a used future so well. Just insane. Killer job on the paintwork. That's so clean and it feels nice and strong. Like it's not gonna flake off on accident, you know. Whew. A land speeder and 2 other speeders, and I know we have 2 pod racers coming to us. Two creators that worked on their pieces together, and they're going to be shipping them out by the end of the month. So we'll have to do another unboxing. I think it's only going to be about 4 or 5 boxes that time, but some people who really wanted to make sure they got their stuff right will be sending it out to us. But oh my goodness, this is the one. This is the one. Look at that. It's like a junk hauler hauling around an Imperial probe droid head. So cool. I love that. This is one of my favorite designs ever in the history of anything ever designed. I've got my probe droid right over here. So, probe droid buddies right there. I love the probe droid. Joe Johnston, who was one of the original designers on Empire Strikes Back, who's responsible not only for Boba Fett's armor design and the AT-AT design, I do believe he worked on the probe droid as well. And the designs that came out of that film were just absolutely incredible. And this is one of my favorites. So when I saw you make this, I think my heart skipped a beat because I love this design. I love yellow and black. I like high contrast stuff like that. And so just to be able to have this in my hands, thank you so much. This is just so cool. And the photographers, again, they are just gonna have a field day with these. Like you've got the blue and the red contrasting with the bright yellow, the detail here, the cool characters, the droids, just unbelievable. Ah, another lovely droid. A walking gonk. Look at that. Look at that. These are droids we haven't seen before. Come on, Lucasfilm, steal these ideas. These are so cool. We got to see these somewhere. Look at that. Got a little dude. We got another cool character here. We got a Mon Calamari. It's a trap. One more box from the same creator. More characters. I don't think we're gonna have to use any pre-made Star Wars characters in 1/18 scale. We have enough that you guys have made. Look at that. Droid with a long rifle. Just killer. Just killer. I just don't have any words for this stuff. I'm overwhelmed by how much you guys have made here. Like, to be honest, you basically made my job easy here. Look at that. Look at that. That's like a capacitor that they glued on to get that chrome. So cool. These are so cool. I can't believe you guys made all this and you sent it. I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't want to send half this stuff. I would have kept it on my shelf. Another one, man. I don't know if that's the noise he'd make, but that's the one I gave him. Is this another speeder? Oh my goodness. Oh, these must be stands for the speeders. Okay. I see what those are. Oh my goodness. Just, I don't even have any words anymore. This just stuff is so incredible. We got a little controller I have to reattach here. Sorry about that. I see where it goes. When in doubt, screw it together. Wow. We've got blue and the red, the yellow and the green. So you went full spectrum there. So the photographers can use those and frame those. We've got the copper, the metal, the gold, the green, the white, the gray, the yellow. Full spectrum. There's just so many goodies here. We got one final box to open today for this unboxing. And then I'd invite you guys back because now I'm gonna start filming the build process. I'm gonna start putting these things together in a cohesive build. And I saved this one for last because we have two artists, not including myself, making larger pieces of the space that I'm gonna incorporate this stuff with. So he was gracious enough to hold back on painting it so that I could kind of pick a cohesive color to go across all the pieces. And so he textured it for me, but he didn't paint it because I didn't want him to spend all that time painting it just for me to have to repaint it, just like I mentioned to all of you guys. So this is actually two artists. This came to me from Terraformer, who I'm sure all of you know. He's in New Jersey, but Mike, High School Creations in, I believe it's South Carolina. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. You made some custom laser cut doors that you can make for these folks. If you guys want to get some of those doors from him, he made some Star Wars doors on his new toys he's got in his shop, and they work with light, so they light up. He sent those to Terraformer, and Terraformer made this cool set piece that I can incorporate with those doors in them. So this is already a collaboration by two of you that I'm gonna collaborate into our other collaboration. So let's take a look at this, because this is insane. And it looks like Mike sent me the battery packs. We've got a pipe accessory. Let me just pull these out here and I'll unwrap those in just a sec. Terraformer packages really well. So this is a cloth overhang that he did. Some beading. Some more pieces. And he magnetized this like a lot of us would when we make our dioramas, so that it can be dismantled without having to break anything or tear it apart. So here is our first wall that he made. See that beautiful texture he put on it. And you see how he magnetized it really well here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magnets, so that'll keep it really strong and in place. This is a really nice texture you put on here. I'm definitely gonna have to try to emulate this when I do the texture on the rest of the diorama. Wall piece, it's got magnets on it. A couple of pieces, it looks like these are the hooks for the overhang. So that classic Tatooine trapezoid wall shape. Here we go. Wall, got the wires hanging down here. There's our magnets on the back. When you order something from Terraformer, if you do, that's how clean it is. The guy's clean, he's precise. We got some sort of column detail. All right, here is one of the wall pieces with the door Mike made, incorporated into High School Creations. If you don't know Mike, incredible artist. He's does live streams, interviewing other artists on his YouTube. I did a live stream on his YouTube, and this is the kind of stuff that he makes. Look at that door. And this thing lights up, so I cannot wait to get this painted and lit up for you all. Go check out Mike and High School Creations pages. You can see what these things look lit up right now. Our beautiful doors with beautiful wall detail here. Look at that. It just kind of screams Tatooine, right? You can see little orphan Annie walking around right in front of that door, right? Or maybe a stormtrooper coming out looking for someone to arrest or hassle. All right, time to play with all this stuff. there's something you see that you like, go check out these amazing artists over on their Instagrams or their various social media platforms. Talk to them. I'm sure they'd be happy to share with you what they did, how they did it, or if you'd like to get something from them, shoot them a DM. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you.